This is the park overview chart for day 14. The primary leg was leg 14. There is a couple of short legs, 15 and 16, also within the green box on this chart. Here's the track in Google Earth and the departure and arrival points for leg 14 on day 14. Here's the marine navigational chart and shows the departure arrival point at K32, which is an established boat site. I also marked on here the island anchorage that later on I had to go down to, or did go down to, and then had to come back. It's 4/10 of a mile down from K32 to that island anchorage, and then the same course coming back. Here's the park map in the Avenza application. Departure and arrival points are marked. I also marked with a red X the island anchorage that I go down to later in the day, and then ended up coming back to K32 because of a thunderstorm. All right, just arrived at my last boat site. This one is an official boat site. It's called K32, which means it's part of Kabetogama. So I'll walk out here with you and show you around. This time, no beach, just rocky surroundings. Tie up on the starboard side. Nice big trees, quiet bay, off the beaten path, which is what I like. So I shouldn't hear any boats. There is a fishing boat right here at the entrance right now, but that's about it. They just come in and quietly fish and then leave, so I don't have constant traffic. There's a port side tie-up and the picture of the bay. I'll walk up here so you can get a picture of the rest of it. Here's a fire ring over there. Big boulder. Kind of a nice open site. And there's the fishing boat, and actually off in the distance, that island behind it is where I anchored, well, 10 days ago, I guess now, but anyway, that's where I anchored. I was going to go there if this boat site was filled, but I was fortunate today. The Lord gave me the last site that I wanted, and I appreciate that. Otherwise, it would have been at that anchorage again, which, it's always nice to be able to get off the boat a little bit, and I can get up here in the trees at night or in the evening and set up my chair and be in the shade, because it's going to get hot today, I think. Let's go over here and see what we got. And most of the regular boat sites, it's a nice big boulder right there, have these fire rings, and I'm sure just to be safe, it keeps things from, somebody cut down a live tree. You're not supposed to do that, as you can see right there. That was kind of gutsy. They give you a fine for that, but anyway, lots of rock top in the background here. So it's a nice site. Got here early, about 10, and so I'll be able to relax most of the day here and pack things up. Probably put the At the end of the day, I'll put solar away because by the time I get the boat to the ramp, there's very little sun that I'll be able to get there. I'll have to decide what I end up with for today for sun. So, but anyway, I haven't used the fire ring much because it's just been too warm. It's on the deck, so I'll probably put that away today too, so it's ready to go. And as you saw before, there's how they mark the boat sites. State Point Bay. So it looks like my boat moved off, fishing boat. But I'm sure I'll see some more later. Angle here on this one, on this side, is a little shallow. I'd like to broaden that, but there's nothing here to tie to. I could run I might get a little wider angle, but the line on this side is too short to reach that tree there. That would give me a little broader angle. But I don't anticipate wind, so I think we'll be okay. So I think I'll just leave it as is. And unless the wind comes up later in the day, and then I may change that. But there you go. Here's a more detailed marine chart showing the route, or the track I should say, down from K32 to the island anchorage that I went to briefly until a thunderstorm hit. I've added some notes there that give some details of what kind of trouble I got into and why I returned to K32. I've included in this episode the last leg of the trip on day 15. The last leg was leg 17. This is the national park overview, so the area of operation for the last day is in that rectangle. And the boat ramp is at the Park Service Ash River Visitor Center. Here's the track in Google Earth. Note that the final leg is actually leg 17. It was mislabeled leg 16. And this is the marine navigational chart for the last leg. And here are the park details in the Avenza application, a national park map, and shows K32, the place I departed from, and then the Ash River Visitor Center, and the island anchorage that I had some trouble on the night before. The load up took me a couple of hours, and then I was on my way back to the Twin Cities. The drive back to there is about 5 to 6 hours, depending on whether you stop.